Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome in. This is Robin from Roaming with Rover, and this is Finish It Friday. I know. What has it been? 2 months at least, maybe 3. I don't know. My life is in a shambles. It is upside down. I spend every minute of every day going to doctor's appointments, and that's all I can tell you. So I have done a little bit of work on a couple things, and actually, I think I'm only working on one thing now that I look around here. So let me show you what I've got going on and what I have coming up. Really coming up is the only thing I have. So here at the shop, we are busy. I am doing my crochet lessons. Took off. I went from having 1 student to about probably almost a dozen students. At first it was like, yeah, I'll do 3 students. And now I literally have to have classes every hour throughout the day to accommodate all the students. And come to find out, I'm the only person in town that has crochet lessons. And that is why I'm getting so many students. So that is fabulous, but it's wearing me out. So come Saturday, I don't have time to do anything else except teaching crochet lessons. And it's been wonderful working with the folks. That has been so much fun, teaching. But let me push this up just a little bit. There we go. But it's tiring at the end of the day. I'm exhausted, and I'm not all the things I need to be doing in the shop, I'm not doing in the shop. I used to come in here and sit all day and crochet and make videos. That doesn't happen anymore. Okay, so what have I been working on? Well, the one and only thing that I am crocheting right now is the wedding shawl. Look how she's coming along. I know, almost done. I only have this much more yarn. It's all the yarn I've got left. So, how many repeats do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 repeats here. So I'll get 8, maybe 9, 8 or 9 repeats. At this point, you know what I didn't take into consideration when we were counting how many repeats I thought I'd do? I didn't take into consideration how big this cuff was gonna be. So now here lately, I've been going, okay, is this cuff big enough yet? It's just almost big enough. So that's really what I'm thinking about now. I'm just kind of going by how big my cuff is, and then that's how making sure it's gonna be big enough for that. So I definitely have enough for a couple of more repeats, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of edging. I'll do a little something. Maybe, I'm still thinking just a little picot on this edge, just to make it look a little finished. And that's all she wrote on that. And then we'll get that blocked and done. Because guess what? The time frame got moved up on this, and I think I'm gonna need to have this done by the middle of February. Good thing I got started on this early. But it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. So that's coming right along. So this is a number one priority, okay? A number one priority is this. And honestly, it's the only thing I've been working on when I do get a chance to work on things. Now, coming up, we've got some things coming up, and it's so funny. So this week, the Rose City Shop Hop, I think they've got a knit along and a crochet along. I only know about the crochet along because there ain't no way I was joining a knit along. My friend Miss Deb convinced me to join the crochet along. So I had to pull some yarn, and it's a mystery crochet along. You know how much I like those, but I do know it's a shawl. And so these are the colors that I picked. This is a beautiful hand-dyed yarn from, it's called Marigold or Gladiola. It's called Chrysanthemum, none of the above. It's called Chrysanthemum, and it was dyed by High Desert Yarn. Now she's closing out her hand dyes. She has decided to do something different, go in a different direction. Probably more with her, she has a lot of patterns and things like that. And this is a DK 100% superwash merino. And so that's gonna be my main color. And then you needed something with a high contrast. So I don't know what possessed me to pull this dark color. It's gonna look beautiful together. Definitely a high contrast there. Whoops, the wrong one. Wrong tag, wrong tag. So that is going to, this is super soft. It's really soft. Gosh, I hope I've got enough of it because I can't get more. It is Audine Wool's flannel. It's called Slate. It's also a DK. Cereal alpaca and non-superwash merino wool. I did not realize that when I pulled it, but I mean, how often do you wash a shawl anyway? So if I have to wash it by hand, I will. Hand wash, delicate, dry, flat. And so this is going to be my contrast. It's really pretty. In person, it isn't a solid. It looks more charcoal with the you know, kind of tonals in there. I think they're going to be fine. Well, they have to be because it's time to start crocheting. And I don't know if you can see, every now and again, here's a piece. Every now and again in here, it's got these little bits of, can you see it? These little bits of black. And I think that's why I thought this would look good there. It would just kind of pull that. But anywho, those are the colors and that's what it's gonna be. I wanna say that's a 5-week project. And like every Wednesday, the next section drops. There's no way I'm keeping up with it because the wedding shawl has to be done by the middle of February. So we'll see. I'll get going on it and we'll see. Sometime it was supposed to be, it's going to happen. It's supposed to be in February. It's probably going to be towards the end of February. Nothing says it has to be the beginning of February. It's going to be the end of February because I'm getting a surprise visit from my daughter, the one that lives in Texas. And I did not know she was coming up. She didn't know she was coming up. It was a very spur of the moment thing. And so she's going to be spending a week up here with me. And, you know, I ain't getting nothing done when she's here. So the sock crochet along is going to be moved towards the end of February. Gives lots of people time to get ready for it. And I wanted to show you the yarn that I'm using. The pattern that I'm using is the Perfect Fit Crochet Sock crochet pattern. This is the pattern. It is by Olga Poltava, Poltava. We've been talking about this for a while. This is written in US terms. It's an advanced beginner, but honestly, it's pretty easy. You need some sock yarn and you need a crochet hook. That's pretty much it. So in case you don't know, what makes it sock yarn is having some nylon in it. So you can have fingering weight yarn that's 100% superwash wool, and that isn't sock yarn. You need to have that nylon in it to make it strong enough. Otherwise, it's going to wear out super fast. She recommends 100-gram skein. So I'm just making sure. Yep. Okay. So she says 400 yards. And this has 437 yards. And it's got the extra little side thing, which is 87 yards, 20 grams. So if you want to do like the little extra on the toes, the heels, cuff, that kind of thing, I'm doing the sock set. Okay, I wanted the sock set because I wanted my little toes and heels and things to be a different color. Why not? If you're gonna do it, let's do it. So I wanted to show you a friend of mine knit. Now remember, knit takes less yarn than crochet does, but she knit this sock up. Isn't that so pretty? Using the sock set. This is the Sasquatch yarn sock set. This yarn is done by Some Yarn, and I will link her stuff down below. Some Yarn is our in-house, she's not in-house, but she is, she's the person her company is the person that dyes our hand dyes. The person that, anything that we special order, she's the one that hand dyes for us. She's the one that created the Sasquatch yarn. She's the one that is doing all of the hand dyes for our subscription boxes. And pretty much anytime you hear me talking about a hand dyed that we've special ordered for the shop, this is who's going to be doing it. So we had somebody use this, and she knitted up this sock for me. And what I specifically said was, how far is this little orange gonna go? Now again, it's knit, it's gonna go a little farther. But she was able to get the toe, the heel, and a cuff on a pair of these socks. And she used this fancy, I don't know anything about knitting cuffs or socks and heels, but look at that fancy heel she put on there. She said this was super nice to work with, no problems at all. And now I have made a few things out of the Sasquatch yarn, and I just wash it in cold water. I literally throw it in my washing machine with a few drops of LOC, which is, Dana sells it, and I'll put the link down below, and it comes out like a dream. And then I just lay it out to dry. I mean, that's as fussy as I get, you guys. So plenty of yarn. Now, she used a sock set. This is a very large socks. This fits Mister, no problem. He said it was almost even a little bit big, and he's got some feet, let me tell you. So this is a man's size sock, no problem. She also got a pair of baby socks, and they were bigger baby socks, almost like what would fit a 1-year-old. So a pair of baby socks, and there was 35 grams of the main color left over. Did I bring it over here? I thought I had it. No, I did not bring it over here. So there was quite a bit left over of the main color. There was just a touch of the orange left over. But, so there's plenty of yarn in one of these sock sets if you want to make the alternate color. I will have the sock sets in there. This is my last one right now, but I have ordered more, and it'll be in stock within just a few days. Within a few days, they'll be available. These are $26. Now, you probably are not seeing that on the website, but I have finally found somebody to help me with the website. So it's going to be much better. And these things are going to start showing up on the website. I know it has to, and it just took me a while to find somebody who could help me with that. So I got me one of the students at the college where I work part-time is going to help me get things listed on the website. So that's going to help tremendously. So you'll be able to see that stuff and order it right through there. As always, you can talk to me and order stuff. That's never a problem. I have no issues doing that. Okay, but it's nice to be able to see the stuff on the website when you want to get something too. Now, something else fun that happened, you know I do the sit and stitch in here on Saturdays, and a couple of weeks ago, we had a huge one. We had about 15 people in here for sit and stitch. I had to set up extra tables. It was that busy. It was so fun. And we got to talking about kitchen items. And of course, I had to get out Miss Dana's prize winning, her blue ribbon winning Wiggly Trivit. I love the Wiggly Trivit. And I was showing this thing off, and people fell in love with it. So here at the store, we're going to be doing a class on the Wiggly Trivit. Isn't that fun? So, which means I've got to get one made, because I have all the time I'm like, I want to make one of those, and I have not done it yet. So I've got to get that done as well. She swears to me it's easy. I know it is. I just got to do it. And I love them. They're so nice and thick and cozy. We use the comfort cotton that we carry here. You can use the cheap grocery store cotton. It is nowhere near as soft. And that stuff hurts my hands to work with it. For a couple of bucks more, you get the comfy cotton, and it is a dream to work with. So if you've ever worked with those other brands and found them rough on your hands, you will be thrilled to use the comfy. Let me just go grab one to show you what it looks like. The comfy cotton is, in fact, the comfy cotton is, see, I've been calling it comfy cotton. It's nifty cotton. The nifty cotton is why I decided to carry this line of yarn, because again, the grocery store cotton that you buy, it kills my hands. It just absolutely kills my hands to use it. And I had gone to my local yarn store and bought some of this to use instead and fell in love with it. So when we opened the yarn store, I'm like, this is the line of yarn I'm carrying because of this yarn right here, because of this cotton. It's called Nifty Cotton, 100% cotton, and it comes in a skein, and it is so soft. You guys, this is so soft, you can make baby clothes out of it. It is that soft. And it also comes in this cool sort of variegated color. And we've got lots of different colors of these. Wouldn't that be pretty in this? I'm kind of thinking just do this and a beige for my two colors. I'm really thinking that's what I'm gonna do. So that has to happen in the next few weeks. But I gotta get that wedding shawl done firstest. That's my firstest priority. So I love, love, love this cotton. I love it. It is so soft. So nice to work with. And you know, you're using it, you've got a nice dish towel in your kitchen that you want to use. You don't want something that's all rough and scratchy anyway. So the Nifty Cotton, this is called Nifty Cotton Effects because of the coloring, and this is just the plain Nifty Cotton. They're both a 4-weight, and it's a solid 4-weight. I think, yep, they both have the same stats. 100 grams is 185 yards. So machine wash, tumble dry, so just throw it right in the washing machine after you have used it. So that's what's going on around here. I've got lots of upcoming projects. We've got the socks coming up. I've got this thing coming up. I've got this mystery shawl that I have to make, and I don't want to drop, oh, there's my crochet hook. Okay, I don't want to drop that crochet hook. And this beautiful wedding shawl. It's really coming a long ways, isn't it? So pleased with that. So pleased with that. So that's kind of everything in a nutshell. So be looking for the crocheted socks end of February. We'll get going on that. You can pick any pattern you want. The whole point of this was crocheters, not knitters. Let's make some socks. And everybody says that crochet socks are not as nice to wear. And so we're finding out for ourselves. There's a lot of patterns out there, but a lot of them are made to be a slipper. And that's not what we want. I want a sock that I can put on my foot and wear. Now, it doesn't have to be as thin as these, and I don't know why, they just do. They just work up thinner. I don't mind a sock being a little bit thicker, but I don't want it to be a slipper either. So we're definitely using fingering weight yarn. Is this a fingering weight? Yeah, so it's gonna be the thin fingering weight yarn that we're gonna be using, the little thin stuff, the same weight yarn. I mean, it's literally, it's the exact same yarn that this was made out of. And actually it's the same yarn that this is made out of. And it's funny because before I made that shawl, I had never worked with fingering, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be hard. Well, now I'm so used to it, it doesn't bother me in the least. So we're gonna be making socks out of fingering weight yarn, and we're just gonna go. We're just gonna do it. So when you find a pattern out there, if you don't wanna use this pattern, and this pattern is on Ravelry, and just so you know, there's 2 patterns from the same lady, and I think they basically have the same name. You want the one with the blue and purple socks. The other one is older, and she did some updates on this one. So make sure that you buy the more up-to-date one, okay? And you don't have to change the colors. If you want to make all one color, go for it. If that makes it easier for you, make it easier for you. I've got some beautiful fingering weight yarns here for sale. If you have joined the subscription club here, you will have your yarn by then. And if you join the fingering one, then you'll have fingering weight yarn to use for this. Yeah. You know, and people are always looking for something to make out of their subscription boxes. So that's a thing. But the whole point of this is let's make some socks that are not slippers. So you're gonna wanna do this in a fingering weight, okay? And this one uses a basic single crochet. And I did not want something that was that split stitch. What do they call the wainscot or the split stitch? Some people call it a knit stitch. To me, that's a very difficult stitch to do, especially long term. Some people have no problem whatsoever with it. So if you can do that, good on you. I cannot do that. It hurts my hands. Now, having said that, I just purchased a crochet hook. I just ordered a crochet hook. Should be here a couple of days. And I think the way that it's made is gonna make it easier to do that stitch. I'm gonna try it out and I will let you know. Because there's so many beautiful patterns made out of that stitch, that wainscot stitch. And I really want to be able to do that, but it's just, I just cannot. I just can't. So, but if there's somebody out there who uses that stitch on the regular and has any tricks, please let me know. Because so far, that stitch is winning. So I'm excited about this. So get your things together. Miss Dana is putting out a video. If she hasn't already, it's coming very, very soon. And she has put together a list of available sock patterns. I'm thinking 8 or 10 of them. And so lots of alternatives, lots of choices, lots of options for sock patterns. This is the one I'm doing. This is the one that I'll be showing in our crochet along. And I think that's it for today. I am so glad to finally have a chance to get on here and talk to you guys. I do have more videos that I want to make. We'll see. We'll get both of these done and we'll go from here. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Toodaloo. Please like, please subscribe. Bye.